Okay, we're about ready to go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Clear Spring High School, getting ready for live high school volleyball coverage here on Antietam Broadband. The Clear Spring Blazers playing host to the North Hagerstown Hubs tonight, two Washington County powerhouses in high school volleyball taking the floor here tonight. Glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband. Mark Keller here along with Letty Wilkes. Happy to have you here for our live coverage tonight. And as we mentioned, Letty, two real powerhouses here in Washington County. A lot of powerhouses in Washington County, but North and Clear Spring among the top. And we'll start out talking about the visiting team, the Hubs, and just how good they've been this year, coming off that 3A state championship last year, and really haven't missed a beat, even though they've lost so many players and a new coach this year. Things really rolling for North Hagerstown with a 9-1 record this year.
Yeah, they're definitely moving along in the season, having a good season. That I do know that one loss they got was to James Wood, but that's a good experience for a team as developed as North Hagerstown, for the fact that when they get down to playoffs, they're going to see good competition. So hopefully they learned from that experience here recently and have changed some things. So we'll see tonight from the last time we saw them here recently if they've made any changes to their game. So looking forward to watching North tonight and seeing what they bring to the court.
And Clear Spring coming in with an 8-2 record, trying to do something that hasn't been done since October of 2018, and that is to hand North Hagerstown a loss at the hands of a Washington County opponent. Our friend Dan Kaufman at the Herald Mail, thanks to him for that little tidbit. But Clear Spring playing well as well, an 8-2 record, and they're in a little bit of a tough stretch of their schedule right now. Last week played Williamsport and Smithsburg, beat Williamsport, lost to Smithsburg. So they're coming into this one off of a loss. What do the Blazers need to do here tonight against a very formidable Hubs team to kind of get back on the winning track here? Yeah,
so Clear Spring typically is a team that is very balanced. They work as a team, which volleyball is such a team sport. You have to have that chemistry, and they always seem to work really well together. They work really hard. They have that hustle instinct that you don't always see in a team, and that's always the tradition of Clear Spring. So I think their grit and their hustle and their togetherness always puts them into a situation where they're going to succeed on the court. So I think just that part could help take a little advantage over North. The other part is they're going to have to serve, and I mentioned this in the last game we did, but they're going to have to serve North aggressive and get North out of system, meaning they can't give it to the Doolin sisters. They can't give it to the middle hitters that are putting the ball away from North, because if they give them easy stuff and they're not as aggressive, North's going to attack at them. So, you know, we'll see what their game plan is too. I would think their hustle, they're defensively, because they're that gritty type of team always, they're not going to roll over, they're not going to give up. So we'll see what happens this evening.
Well, again, we thank you for joining us for our live coverage here on Antietam Broadband tonight. And that live coverage, as always, brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wishing much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools that they represent, and the surrounding communities. You mentioned some of the names from North Hagerstown. We saw North Hagerstown a couple weeks ago against Williamsport, a three-set sweep of the Wildcats, and you mentioned the Doolin sisters, Bailey Doolin, Cadence Doolin, both really made their presence felt, but it was some of those other players as well. Nevaeh Ware coming in and playing really well. She's number 2 in the county in blocks right now, averaging nearly 1 block each set. And then Emily Gassaway assists, averaging 9 assists per set. So it's not just about the Doolins, it's about those other players as well, right?
Yeah, Nevaeh Ware definitely came into the play. We talked a lot about how they got the middle into transition play, and she scored a lot. You know, Lauren Hobbs has a very aggressive serve. She does a great job behind the service line, and she gets teams in a lot of trouble with her serving. So that's a different aspect of the game that a lot of people don't watch. And I really watched her every time she got back to the service line. Williamsport really had a hard time converting on that. You know, other thing is Chloe Gee We talked about her a little bit. She always was there in offense, transition, and middle hitting. So she was kind of a silent kid on the court, but she converted with her attacking too. So they all contributed, but I think those two stand out because they're so dynamic and explosive and put a lot into the game.
And on the other side, for as far as Clear Spring goes, you know, we maybe didn't see it as much with Williamsport, but Clear Spring, a couple of players that really do them well as a block. Addie Ziegler, Lizzie Lawson, Skylar Plant really do them well up on the net, up amongst the leaders in the county in blocks this season. Do them really well. Is that something? How important is that for Clear Spring to sort of establish that early on here?
That's definitely critical because Ziegler can be up against one of the Dolan sisters to put up a big block against them and shut them down a little bit. They're going to have to make some adjustments. So that is very critical for Clear Spring in this match tonight. Ziegler is also a left-handed hitter, which is very hard to defend because it looks different than because most everybody's right-handed. But the block is going to be critical. And if they can shut those two girls down, then North's going to have to change their offense and find another dimension in the game. So at the same, we'll see if they figure that out quick and how they adjust into the game.
Okay, we're going to send it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has Clear Spring coach Jessica Custer. Bob, take it away.
Okay, I'm here with Coach Jess Custer from Clear Spring. It seems like you're going to have this rivalry with North High. This is a matchup of the two defending state champs. Is that how you're looking at it?
Sure. I mean, things change from year to year, and you know, we were two very strong teams last year, and we're hoping for another great match tonight.
Every time you guys go on the floor, there always seems to be it's a Washington County rivalry.
Yeah.
You had Smithsburg the other day. You get over and you go play Williamsport. Is that good or is that demoralizing
No,
sometimes?
it's great. Washington County has always been really strong with volleyball, and any competition that we play in the county, we can always count on a really good match.
I think you're like 8-2 right now.
We
Is
are.
that correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good season going. What's been working? What do you need to sustain?
This team communicates really well, and they genuinely get along, which is 99% of the battle. And so we like to have fun. And when we're having fun, we tend to play well. And when we're not having fun, we tend to not do so well. So tonight we're just hoping to have fun and do a lot of great things in the process.
All right, well, thank you. Good luck.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Thank you, Coach Custer. Appreciate that. Stay with us. Lineup's being announced right now. We're going to take a break here, and when we come back, we will have first set action. Clear Spring hosting North Hagerstown here live. High school volleyball action brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are Hagerstown Kia.
Entrepreneurs have molded our county, our country, and our world. That's why Antietam Broadband is proud to announce our Innovation Fund to help Washington County entrepreneurs start up, grow, or sustain their business. Antietam Broadband will invest a total of $1 million to help local entrepreneurs bring their dream one step closer to reality and to support growth and expand opportunities in our community. To learn more about the Innovation Fund, visit AntietamBroadband.com.
Join us at the Green Turtle in Hagerstown to watch your favorite sports teams on over 100 TVs. Serving all your favorites, including crab dip, wings, burgers, and wraps. Mention this ad and receive $5 off your entire bill. Is your sports team or organization looking for a fundraiser night? Ask about Funds for Friends and earn 20% back. The Green Turtle in Hagerstown. Call today, 301-745-8800.
When you need someone who will come through no matter what, someone who will go the extra mile, Cumberland Valley Heating and Air specializes in the installation of residential and commercial heating and air solutions. 24/7 emergency service delivers our promise of getting you the help you need when you need it. We're the tri-state experts in heating, air conditioning, and above all, comfort. Cumberland Valley Heating and Air. It's hard to stop a train.
Voltage Wrestling.
is coming to Antietam Broadband. The action and excitement of Voltage Wrestling on Washington County Living, Channel 6 and 806.
Our family relies on the internet every day. We both work from home at times, so our Wi-Fi just has to be there. We learn with it, laugh with it, and count on it for all kinds of things in our home.
Your family depends on strong internet and Wi-Fi. That's why Antietam Broadband provides fast internet speeds and reliable Wi-Fi to meet your needs every day. Flight Fiber is now available in Sharpsburg. Call 301-797-5000 now to sign up.
Welcome back to Clear Spring High School, getting set for high school volleyball action here live on Antietam Broadband. We thank you for joining us here tonight, whether you're watching on Channel 6 and 806 on Antietam Broadband, or if you're watching online, myactv.net, or the WCL TV on the Go app. We appreciate you being here with us. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes on this one with you. With Hagerstown, as we mentioned, coming into this one with a 9-1 record. Their only loss coming against James Wood out of Winchester, Virginia. Always a powerhouse down there in Virginia. Clear Spring with an 8-2 record, coming off of a loss to Smithsburg last week, and we're underway. Blazers on the board first.
That was a great start off for Clear Spring. Get that side out right away and get the ball on their side so they have the advantage to serve. Back to what I said before the game and pregame, they want to serve aggressive to North to keep them out of system so they can't get all these bombs, these sets. So Addison Ziegler is already up there with her block. Unfortunately, she had her hands faced out of bounds there, so she got tooled there. They used her on that attack and got a kill off of it, but I'm sure she'll make a correction to that pretty soon. So far, Clear Spring is defensively doing well as serve receive. Their passes are pretty on target, and they're doing a good job of putting stuff on North High.
Ball that time for the Hubs. They take a 2-1 lead here in set number 1.
Lauren Hobbs back to serve. She's typically aggressive when she serves, so we'll see how Clear Spring converts on this. Good pass. Very good attack there from Clear Spring. They tooled North's block. When I reference a tool, that's when the attacker goes in and the block uses the block and they get a kill off of it. Their hands were faced out of bounds, so that's where the ball's going to go. Good for Clear Spring on that part.
Lizzie Lawson on the kill, and now serving was Lawson.
And right there shows a little bit of that scrappiness that I was talking about Clear Spring. They're always there. They're talking, they're moving together. They're going to find a way to keep the ball alive. And unfortunately, in the game of volleyball, you got to keep the ball going. The ball hits the floor, somebody's scoring a point. So
Lawson serving. 3-2 lead for the Blazers, now evened up at 3.
Nevaeh Ware right there, they used her in a quick offense, and Clear Spring really didn't have anybody up to block her, so she's definitely going to have a great opportunity to score like she just did.
Hayden Stoolin serving for the Hubs, and serve is out to the Blazers now. 4-3, Clear Spring.
Good serve there by Addison Ziegler. Definitely got North High out of system, what your #1 goal is. Just a little wide, but that's a good attack. Right idea. So as a middle hitter, you don't want to hit straight down the middle. You want to hit to the corners of the court, your left and right. Zones 1 and 5 are your corners, and that's where you want to hit because the block's not typically taking that away.
Nice dig by the Blazers.
Good little rally going on here. So if you notice right there during that rally, it went back and forth, back and forth. Clear Spring, they're where they're supposed to be. They're talking, communicate, they don't panic, and they're there defensively ready. They're ready for them to attack. So they prepared for this somewhat.
Great dig there by Callie Hose. Keep that rally alive for the Blazers, but out to the Hubs. 5-5 here in set number 1.
Clear Springs wants to make sure they don't do that too many times. Unfortunately, I don't think she knew where she was located on the court. So hopefully they can get a transition here. So this isn't a situation in a game where you don't want to let a team that's as powerful as North with their hitting to get too many points ahead, because once they get too far ahead, it's a really hard thing to fight to come back. Back row attack. Good defense from Clear Spring. Good block from Clear Spring.
Skylar Plant with the block.
So Bailey Doolin went up to hit, and they were all over her. She's going to have to make sure she sees her block when she goes up to attack, so she can hit the shot she needs to hit to score. Great job on Clear Spring's part there, putting the block where they needed to.
Seven now with Callie Hose serving.
Good deep serve. Good tool there by Lauren Hobbs. The block was up and down, and she split in between the two blockers there, and she got that attack. So if you watch the replay, she utilized them right there on that tool. And with a block like Clear Spring is putting up right now, they're going to have to tool some because they're there, ready for them.
8-7 Hubs.
Good back row attack, good dig by North. That cross-body shot that Cadence likes to do. Nice kill by Lauren Hobbs there on the right side.
Nine 7 North Hagerstown with Bailey Doolin serving. Set to Hobbs again.
Good up there by Clear Spring.
Blazers keep it alive.
Yeah, they're working hard. That was a good set.
Gee with the kill.
Yep, Emily Gassaway had a perfect set there to Gee, and it was a great way to put that up. And Clear Spring was not ready for that. They didn't have a block up, so you're definitely going to score out of the middle on that. Very even balanced game so far, fighting both sides, and Clear Spring's definitely putting pressure on North High right now, making them think, making them find ways to score.
Emerson Moats serving that one for the Blazers.
That was a double contact there by the setter of North. She wasn't really in position, and unfortunately, when you don't get in position as a setter, it can cause your hands to double the ball there.
Moat serving here at 9-10 into the net.
That's another thing. North's missed a serve, and then Clear Spring just missed a serve. And when you're going back and forth like this, those are critical misses. You don't want to miss your serve. Definitely not in the net. You want to miss out of bounds. At least make the other team determine if they want to play it or not. Another double call on the other side for Clear Spring that time.
This is Gee serving for the Hubs, 12-9. Ware and Doolin there for the block.
Good tool by Lauren Hobbs. Clear Spring's having a little bit of trouble on that right side, closing that block. They just got to turn their hands back into the court, so they're forcing that ball back in instead of getting tooled. Good attack by Addison Ziegler. North got a little confused there. If you reference what I talked about at the beginning of the game, it's hard to read a lefty, and she came in there, and they weren't expecting that, and she definitely scored deep in the court on that. That was a great attack and a kill for her. She got her hands on that. A little long there.
Lizzie Lawson's attempt out of bounds. Now 14-10 North Hagerstown. Hobbs takes the serve here.
It's a good pass. Nevaeh Ware, that's a good up by Clear Spring there. And a good block.
And Ware gets the block. Have a timeout here as the Hubs take a 15-10 lead. We remind you tonight's local coverage is brought to you by the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics Parkway Division. They specialize in sports injuries, joint replacement, hand surgery, injections, and more. Call the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics at 301-665-4575 and make your appointment today. The Centers for Advanced Orthopedics. Good start to this one. Hubs with a 15-10 lead in set number one. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you. Happy to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband, however you're watching.
Mark, we'll see how the Clear Spring comes in off this timeout. Sometimes a coach takes a timeout to allow the other team to possibly miss their serve.
That goes to Doolin and the kill for Cadence Doolin.
She was fortunate there. She didn't have a double block, and she definitely saw that and utilized that. So she was able to score there. Another good serve there by Lauren Hobbs.
She's been very effective so far here in the first set.
Good attack there by Addison Ziegler. Came in the middle, hitting lefty, and Nevaeh Ware was up just a little late on that, so she tooled her. But I can assure you she'll probably be ready for her the next time. Good deep serve there from Clear Spring.
Kill from Cadence Doolin.
Cadence saw the block on that too. Addison Ziegler was up there. She went on her left side and worked the ball down the line. So she's definitely seeing where she needs to hit on the court and seeing around her block, which is what you want to see any good player do. Kind of funny, Addison just returned the favor. Cadence did it to her and then she did it back. So it's also neat to see these girls not hit the same place. Like they're going line, they're going cross. That's the name of the game. When you see a good hitter, they don't hit the same place. Clear Spring needs to take a huge advantage of this opportunity right here with the serve, and they need to put the pressure on North High here if they want to come back within this set.
Ziegler on the serve for the Blazers.
And on the other side of what I just said, North needs to buckle down at this point, get their bearings and get a good pass, and then, attack onto Clear Spring so they can keep the lead.
Blazers have cut the deficit in half here. Cubs were up 17-11, now 17-15 after that point.
And just like that, Mark,
right back in
the
it.
game, yeah.
Right back in it.
It's definitely a game of momentum shifts. And when pressure changes, sometimes teams don't handle it the same. It's a good serve. Addison Ziegler, she did miss her serve, but she missed long. And they really had to talk about, is it in or out? So it's a better opportunity to miss it out. If you're going to miss a serve, you don't want to miss in the net.
Sydney Wilt serving for the Hubs.
Good pass there.
Makes his attempt long.
Not certainly sure why Clear Spring setter set the back row there. She was definitely an opportunity to set her hitters. I think that just wasn't a quick decision there.
Chloe Gee in the middle of that one. Pushes the Hubs lead back out to 5 points, 20-15. We have another timeout here. First-year Hubs head coach Lacey Johnson talking to her team. Jessica Custer with Clear Spring speaking with the Blazers, and both coaches having played here in Washington County, been assistant coaches here and now head coaches at these schools, and just a real testament to the strength of volleyball here in Washington County. You see these coaches who have come through the system, most having played in the youth systems when they were kids.
Yeah, it's neat that both of those coaches played at Williamsport, and it's good to see that they're in the county providing to other schools as well. That's kind of a tradition around this county, which is neat. Doesn't happen everywhere.
Free ball here for the Hubs.
That was a really good attack by Bailey Doolin. That's what you call a good kill. She didn't have a block up against her, but she definitely was ready for that. A good set. She was explosive and finished there. Not much you can do about that.
Sydney Wilt still serving here for the Hubs. That lead back out to 6 points again. 21-15. Doolin again. No answer from the Blazers.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's up against a smaller block right now, and she's pretty much given the whole floor to attack at. So maybe Clear Spring might make a change to that this next set, but at the same time, Cadence Doolin is up against a bigger block, so you gotta give a little bit on both since their height isn't balanced.
An ace there from Sydney Wilt. And that North lead now out to 23-15. Wilt still on the service line. And now Wilt sets for Doolin. Nice block in the middle from Skylar Plant. But the point to North Hagerstown.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clear Spring had a good block. They were all ready to go, and then they got in the net there. So it's unfortunate loss of a point for them.
Set point here for the Hubs. And that'll do it for set number one. North Hagerstown winning the first set 25-15. Stay with us. We will have set number two coming up from Clear Spring High School. High school volleyball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you. From the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Rentals Unlimited proudly sponsors events happening in our community. Give our experienced personnel a call or stop by one of our 5 locations for all your home improvement, residential, commercial, or industrial projects. We provide friendly and knowledgeable service you can depend on the first time and every time. Rentals Unlimited. We rent solutions. 1458 South Potomac Street in Hagerstown and online at rentalsunlimited.com.
Hi, I'm Brian Albert, Sheriff of Washington County, and as our students start back to school, the Sheriff's Office would like to remind motorists that you must stop for buses stopped with flashing lights. Vehicles must come to a complete stop if any of the following are true. The vehicle is traveling in the same direction as the school bus, even if the road has one lane, multiple lanes, or a central turning lane. Or if the vehicle is traveling in the opposite direction and road does not have a dirt, grass, or barrier median. With your help, we'll keep our children safe this school year.
When choosing internet and Wi-Fi service to meet your family's education needs, it pays to do your homework. You'll learn that Antietam Broadband, with fast, reliable speeds up to 2.5 gig and unlimited data, powered by Antietam Smart Wi-Fi, is the right choice. School has changed, and so should your internet. Contact Antietam Broadband today and upgrade to the internet speed and smart Wi-Fi your family needs.
Welcome back to Clear Spring High School, getting set for set number 2. North Hagerstown winning set number 1. Tonight's live coverage brought to you by S&L Water. At S&L Water, your water is our priority. For all of your water and plumbing needs, call S&L Water at 240-313-9190. That's 240-313-9190 for S&L Water Solutions. Mark Keller and Letty Wilkes with you. Glad to have you with us here on Antietam Broadband for our live coverage here tonight. Replays of tonight's match coming to you Friday, October 13th at 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, October 14th and 15th. 2 chances to view this on those 2 days, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. And then Monday and Tuesday, October 16th and 17th. Both of those nights at 8 p.m. And then we will have more live volleyball for you next Wednesday, October 18th. We will see these North Hagerstown Hubs again on the road, playing at Boonesboro High School. It's Wednesday, October 18th. We will go live approximately 6:45, all based on how quickly the JV match goes. Set number 2 underway. Emily Hickson serving to start things off for the Blazers. Cadence Doolin for the Hubs.
She got a good tool there to start off this set. Lauren Hobbs with the kill there. If they're smart, they'll utilize her. She's gotten quite a few kills there on the right side, and she has a smaller block up too, so it's allowing her to score. And if the North setter's smart, she'll utilize her, especially if the block with Addison Ziegler up against Cadence right now. Lauren can definitely have an opportunity to score. Nice kill there by Nevaeh Weir, and they used her in transition, and I've talked about that a lot with our play. You want to use your middle and transition play because it's really hard to stop the middle. It's so quick, and there wasn't a block up against her. Every time she doesn't have a block up against her, probably 98% of the time she's going to get a kill and score.
Great dig there by Emily Gassaway. And a point over to the Blazers. Serving here 1-3. Set number 2. North Hagerstown up 1-0.
Got tooled again. So she's reading that block right now. They're up and they're ready to go, but they're not pressing over, and they've got to be more aggressive to stop that ball, and she's taking abuse of their arms right now. So hopefully they'll make an adjustment of that. Otherwise, she's just going to keep doing that to them. I think the North girls are questioning that a little bit.
Looked like that caught the line.
Yeah, very close, very close. It was 50-50 call.
A little tough to tell.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. But that's okay. That's, you know, calling lines and reffing is definitely not an easy job because it happens so fast. And
Yeah.
you got to watch that line. So he went right with his judgment, and that's what you have to do. Good serve there on the sideline. Great attack.
Cadence Doolin. And the side out for the Hubs. Now 5-3. And it'll be her turn to serve here.
So Clear Spring's in a situation right now that the Hubs are up 2 on them, 2 points. They cannot let them get more than that. That's when they're going to dig themselves a hole, kind of like the last set when they called a timeout and they were down 5, and then they had a really hard time recovering.
The ace there for Doolin makes it a 6-3 lead.
I think they questioned that was out over there on the Clear Spring side from our view.
The Hubs would call that payback.
That's right. Clear Spring's going to want to convert on this. They definitely got a little break there. Bailey hit it just a little long. She hit the zone 4, which is a sharp attack for an outside hitter. So up front of the net. Great shot to go for, right idea. And she has, with enough points spread like that, she can go for a shot like that and miss.
4-6, Dana Hammond serving for the Blazers. And there's Nevaeh Ware in the middle again. Seven, 4 Hubs.
Clear
Hubs
Springs
keep it alive.
going to convert on this free ball here.
Bailey Doolin again.
She likes that sharp shot. She got a touch on that. Fortunately, that might have been a little bit out. She was inside when she hit that, and unfortunately your court shortens the further in you go in the court, so you really got to know where you're at. That court awareness, spatial awareness.
Side out this time to the Blazers. Be serving here 5-8.
Clear Spring wants to use this opportunity to their advantage here. Nice back row attack. Cadence came through. That's really the first time that they've used that back row attack. The first set, I think there was one, and it wasn't very powerful, but that time she came through. And that's another weapon that North definitely has. They have power from the back row. If you can't score from the front row, it's always a good option to give it to your back row to score because it's a different look defensively. So again, we have that 5-point deficit here for Clear Spring. They can't allow this to get any more. It's going to be a big challenge for them to come back in this set.
Emily Gassaway serving for the Hubs, 10-5.
They're going for a back row attack. Little tight to the net there defensively on that dig for North High. A lot of times when the ball gets too tight to the net, when you're digging or passing on a serve receive, a player's hips aren't low enough, and she was standing up that time, that's why that ball kind of got tight like that. And that's really hard for a setter to have to get up there, set, and stay out of the net. So she needs to keep her hips down a little bit. Using that middle, Chloe Gee's up in there, ready to go. Good back row attack. North's hanging in there.
Nice save by the Hubs, but Ziegler there to put that one away for Clear Spring. Cuts the deficit back to 3, 7-10. With the Blazers serving.
For Clear Spring here, Mark, is they've got the serve. They have Addison Ziegler up there. She pretty much scores when she gets the ball. So they want to keep her up there. She's putting the kills on the stat sheet right now. So if they're smart, they'll say, hey, we got to stay here and we got to keep converting points with her up at the net. She also puts up a big block for them too.
Emerson Moat serving for the Blazers. Now 8-10.
Good serve, got the North in trouble there. It was a tight ball to the net. Clear Spring was trying to get the up ref to give him an overcall there, but that ball was tight in the plane, and that's, somebody's going to win that battle. And whoever's up first and puts it straight down. Clear Spring did come back, though. They recouped on their points.
Set to Hobbs in the net.
She hit that on her approach on her way down, unfortunately, and that's why it went up into the net for her. She's just a little bit off with her timing. Good deep serve.
Emily Hickson on the serve, set to Cadence.
Good tool. She
Doolin
tooled
there.
off of Addison Ziegler. That block is staggered. They need to talk about that and stay together. They're up and down. If you look at the replay there, they're not together, so that's going to be really hard to block that. She could easily tool them every time, so they got to communicate about that a little bit better.
Chloe Gee serving for the Hubs, 12-9. Ziegler with the block on Ware. Point to the Blazers. They cut it back to 2.
It's unfortunate. That's a good point for Clear Spring there when you get a double call and you don't have to work for it. So they could be back in the ball game a little bit deep there. That's not when you want to miss the serve, unfortunately, for Clear Spring. They're fighting hard, though. I'll give them that.
13-10.
And then they got Lauren Hobbs back here to serve against, so hopefully they'll convert here and make a side out. Good block by North. Clear Spring still in it. Addison Ziegler definitely went after that. I think the North High coaches are a little bit upset. I think they think her hand might have hit the net on that. It was questionable. She definitely was aggressive going for it.
11-13 Blazers. Nice play there by Emily Gassaway.
Yep, that was a great setter dump on her part. You got to find the right time to do that, and that was the right time. So kudos to her for utilizing herself and getting that kill and not having to utilize her hitters.
Caden Stoolin's serve out of bounds. Ziegler serving here, 12-14. Sets to Ware in the middle. Now Doolin.
Nevaeh Ware hit that. It was a great opportunity for them to get her that ball in the middle. I'm not sure. Maybe she felt like the block was on her, but I don't know why she didn't really go for that. She kind of hit it a roll shot, and Clear Spring, they're going to be there defensively. You got to either hit it hard or not give it to them. Just like that.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly. The roll shots and the tips, Clear Spring's going to be there to pick up. You got to go for it with them. Defensively, they're balanced on the floor. But that's going to be a hard ball to dig up. I mean, she destroyed that.
Side out here to the Blazers. Hit there by Callie Hose. Hammond serving here, 14-15.
Good ponytail tip. Bailey Doolin, they're ready. Sitting on their heels a little bit to defend her, and she did what I call a ponytail tip. Right down their ponytails. If you look at that, that's a really hard ball to defend. That's kind of one of the best balls you can do. Ooh, got a great ace there, right on the line.
Emily Gassaway with the ace.
It's a great serve.
Pushes the Hubs.
They needed that point. They needed that ace right there for North.
A lot of back and forth here.
Yep.
And now the Hubs with a 3-point lead, 17-14. The sets to Bailey Doolin.
Good up there by Clear Spring.
Emerson Moats with that dig. Now the set to Hobbs. And the set again to Hobbs.
Clear Spring's working hard on they're getting out of system, but they're finding a way to dig.
Another dig by Moats.
Unfortunately, a little long. They worked really hard for that and then hit out of bounds.
Nice rally all around there.
Absolutely. Emerson Moats is all over the place over there, too. I give her credit as a libero. She's doing her job. Sometimes you think of a libero as a person that's really quick on their feet. They're all over the place. They're mopping the floor. They're there to dig. They're there to pass, and I'll give her credit. She's doing a really good job over there. Sometimes they get unnoticed, too, and she's maintaining the game for them somewhat.
Now Callie Hose serving here into the net. And we're back to the Hubs. Back out to that 5-point lead here, 20-15.
I think this is where it was in the first set.
It was.
We'll see what happens this time.
Bailey Doolin serving.
Good aggressive serve. She definitely got them out of system. Chloe Gee there went straight at the block. She's got to work more to her zones 1 and 5 so she can score. A little long there for Clear Spring.
Doolin still on serve here, 21-15 Hubs. Out there by Lauren Hobbs. And we'll take a timeout here. Remind you again, tonight's live coverage is brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools they represent, and the surrounding communities. We're always grateful to Hagerstown Honda and Kia for their support of live high school coverage here in Washington County. Glad to have you with us here tonight on Antietam Broadband, Channel 6 and 806. We're down the home stretch of the regular season here in high school volleyball. Seems like it just started. Only a couple regular season matches left for each of these teams. North Hagerstown, after this one, they're off until we see them again next week. They don't have another match until next Wednesday, but then they go back-to-back. Thursday the 19th, they're on the road again to Walkersville High School.
There's that timeout I talk about. Sometimes you call a timeout and it messes up that server or the other team, so Coach Custer gets a point on that one.
At least an assist, right?
That's right.
Moat serving for the Blazers, 16-22. Ziegler with a big hit in the middle.
Definitely good up from North. Madison Ziegler going again. She's working hard. She wants the ball, you can tell.
Big hit there from Cadence Doolin.
Nope, she used the top of the block. They moved in, they were set up with her. She used the top of their hands. You can see where she hit the top of Addison Ziegler's hands there on that replay.
23-16, North Hagerstown.
Nice hit down the line there by Clear Spring. North High was pulled up a little bit. Clear Spring's been tipping a lot there from the outside. I don't think they were quite ready for that. They were pulled up and hit it right down the line on them. So good attack there on Clear Spring's part.
Lizzie Lawson with the kill there for the Blazers. 17-23, Blazers on serve here. And the point to the Hubs. And they'll have set point here, 24-17. And it's Lauren Hobbs serving.
Overpass there. Lauren Hobbs definitely created that with her aggressive serving.
Nevaeh Ware with the kill. Gives set number 2 to the Hubs. 25-17. They're up 2-0. Stay with us. We'll have set number 3 coming up from Clear Spring High School. Live high school volleyball action brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
The Physicians and Physical Therapy team at the Center for Advanced Orthopedics Parkway Division specialize in prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of sports injuries. Our new facility is conveniently located near Interstate 70 and 81. We offer easy parking, on-site x-ray, and diagnostic tools, and we accept all major insurances, including Medicare. Our board-certified physicians and physical therapists specialize in sports injuries, joint replacement, hand surgery, and injections.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you. From the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Are you tired of living with water that's causing rust stains, hard water spots, or other issues in your home? Water's supposed to make life easier and more comfortable, and we can help you experience the water you deserve. As your local authorized Hague dealer, we can tailor a water treatment solution to address your specific needs. We can make sure your laundry stays soft, your skin silky smooth, with a custom-designed water treatment conditioning system. Your whole home and family will benefit from the high-quality water you deserve. Call us today.
Welcome back to Clear Spring High School, getting set for set number 3 between the North Hagerstown Hubs and the Clear Spring Blazers. Live high school volleyball action tonight brought to you by the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics Parkway Division. They specialize in sports injuries, joint replacement, hand surgery, injections, and more. Call the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics at 301-665-4575. Make your appointment today. The Centers for Advanced Orthopedics. Set number 3 coming up. Clear Spring coach Jessica Custer going to get her team riled up here as we get set for set number 3. North Hagerstown will serve to start this one, up 2-0. 25-15, 25-17. The scores in the first 2 sets. Chloe Gee's opening serve here for set number 3 into the net. Clear Spring with a 1-0 advantage.
Great up back there by Emerson Moats.
Moats having an outstanding game for the Blazers.
She's there, that's for sure. She knows what's going on back there. Great deep off-speed shot by Addison Ziegler. Sometimes it's not always about putting it down. They were charged in the court. I don't know if she saw that, but it was a great deep corner shot where it's definitely hard to defend. So unfortunately a little long on that serve. And then we have Lauren Hobbs back here to serve. I don't know if Clear Spring sees that or not, but this is not a situation they want to get in. She usually serves on the sidelines and aggressive. I'll give Clear Spring a lot of credit. They are passing really well out of serve receive. Majority of their balls are in system where they have opportunity to set a lot of their hitters. That's a huge plus to Clear Spring right there, her serving a little long. But that's typically what aggressive servers like Lauren Hobbs, she's a low, deep server, and that's typically what happens. They are going to go long when they miss. Free ball.
There for the Hubs.
Clear Spring's got to execute on this. Good attack by Addison Ziegler. Bailey Doolan was there. Her hips were up, and that ball, I mean, just rocketed off of her platform there. Her arms were together, so Addison Ziegler, it hit the ceiling, and unfortunately it went over the net. So can't hit the ceiling and then go to the other side.
Ziegler again.
That tight jousting ball, when she's up there, it's like feeding the beast. She definitely has power, just like the Doolan girls do. And being left-handed, that's a very, every coach wants a left-handed hitter on their team. It's good hustle. Unfortunately, they
just long.
Yeah, just a little bit. They worked really hard for that.
Lead cut back to 2 points here. 3-5. Cadence
Great
Doolan.
pass there by Emerson Moat. She, as a libero, you want to have both sides of the game. Offensively, you want to, get your pass to target, and defensively, you want to be able to dig. And she certainly does both very well. She's definitely impressed me this match for that position.
Ziegler's serve into the net. 2-point lead now for the Blazers. That 3-point lead they had was their biggest of the night in any set.
Good up there by Lauren Hobbs. Long. Bailey Doolan, she didn't get transition, so she didn't get a full explosive approach like her norm is there, and she had to run off speed. Instead, she just hit it long. She should have put that a little bit short. That's something that a good hitter like her is going to have to learn, especially going on to play at the collegiate level. You got to know when you can go for it and when you got to be smart and put a shot in play that you can score off of.
It's keeping that one alive for the Blazers. Chloe Gee in the middle. And the serve back to the Hubs.
Good attack
5-7.
there by Chloe Gee. She was up, ready to go, and she used that block.
Down the line, Bailey Doolan.
It's the right shot. Smart on her part. It's good to see these hitters move the ball around too. Sometimes hitters can be one-dimensional and they hit the same spot every time, and then defense picks it up and then they don't make adjustment, but she definitely is making adjustment.
Another kill for Doolan. Evens up the score at 7.
Mark, this is where I talked about earlier. This is where Clear Spring has a little bit of trouble when she's up there hitting because they don't have a block big enough to stop her. And this is where North is gaining their points against Clear Spring's rotations. So for Clear Spring, you want to side these out really quick.
And they get the side out there. Have an 8-7 lead. Callie Hose serving for the Blazers.
If I was North, I would communicate, don't hit it at libero, because Emerson Moats is there. They got to hit it to everybody else defensively.
She's been all over the place on Clear Spring's side of the court this evening. Tied up at 8.
Use the high hands on the block there.
The Hubs now up 9-8, their first lead here in set number 3. Best of 5. The Hubs won the first 2 sets. Doolin to Doolin, and now Moats.
It's a good shot there on Clear Spring. Good up by Bailey Doolin. It's a little long.
Three straight points now for the Hubs.
Yeah, this is where Clear Spring wants to convert. They want to be able to get this point right here and stay in the game. And again, this rotation, I haven't gotten Addison Ziegler back up there, and so they're hitting on an open net, as you would kind of call it, having no block up. When you have hitters that dominant, you got to have a block up against them.
Bailey Doolin serving, now 11-8 North Hagerstown.
I will say that's probably something coming up here. Playoffs, we talked about where we are in the season. So in playoffs, that's going to be a different ball game. Maybe in the first couple games of playoffs, but as you get down the road further and better teams, you know, finish to the end, they're going to be challenged with the block. They're going to be challenged with other big hitters. So, you know, they got to use these games to advantage. You know, one thing I haven't seen this match that we saw the last time with North is they ran the, I think Cadence Doolin ran a lot of stuff in the middle. She came from outside or in the middle. They haven't ran any of those combo plays this evening, and that's definitely something they're going to have to use in playoffs. So I would think tonight they'd be using some of that, because every game you have an opportunity to prepare for your later playoff games. You definitely want to do that. Clear Spring has a great advantage too, going into playoffs too. They're a well-sound defensive, offensive team, and they pass the ball well. So that's going to help them get down in the playoffs a lot too. Can't take anything away from them or how they're playing with their passing and their digging, and they are putting it all together. And I think they're 1A still,
yes.
Clear Spring?
Yes.
So they'll make it pretty far in playoffs. I would be surprised. And they still have a couple games to go. They're still figuring it all out.
Right, right. 13-10 Hubs. Set number 3.
We're about to get this 5-point 15-10 thing we always get on here. It's
right
like,
at that spot.
It's like their jinx point. Nevaeh Ware, that's a great attack. And that was a great set by Castaway to her. It was the right time to use it. It was very smart. That was a setter, a great assist for her there. And that was such a smart decision. You know, I don't talk about it a lot, but setter is such a critical player on the team. Without them, if you don't have a good setter, you don't have Cadence Doolin, Addison Ziegler, Nevaeh Ware, Bailey Doolin. You don't have them doing what they're doing without that. That's the main key to the glue to the puzzle on the floor right now. And a lot of times setters don't get a lot of credit. They work very hard. They're all over the place, and they develop the play. So
Blazers down 11-16 now. See that little dump there by Nevaeh Ware. Having herself another outstanding match.
We'll see if Clear Spring can get Lauren Hobbs from the service line.
16-11.
Overpass there.
Emily Gasaway with the kill.
She's enjoying every minute of that because she doesn't get an opportunity to do that much. So Lauren kind of got that assist because she served it for an overpass and she could get up there and kill that. So every setter loves to have a kill on the board.
17-11 is your score here in set number 3. Hubs leading the Blazers. Tonight's live coverage brought to you by S&L Water Solutions. At S&L Water, your water is our priority. For all of your water and plumbing needs, call S&L Water at 240-313-9190. That's 240-313-9190 for S&L Water Solutions. Good crowd here at Clear Spring High School tonight. Blazers with just a couple more matches coming up. So they have a couple more than North Hagerstown has. After this one, they'll play at Washington High School down in West Virginia. Oakdale, Maryland as well. Sloan Hobbs gets the ace to make it 18-11.
It's a nice ace. It was in that back corner. Last time, Coach Custer called that timeout. Lauren hit one long, and she got that assist. We almost got that. She almost got that one.
Blazers attempting to keep that one alive, but it's up into the rafters. 19-11. North leads it, set number 3. Looking for the sweep here.
So Lauren, the big thing about her serve, and I know I've mentioned it a lot this match, but she serves really low and deep. Clear Spring is a good passing team, and if you notice, Coach Custer right now already changed their serve receive. She pulled out Emerson Motes, who is one of their best passers, because they're having trouble with this serve right now. That's 3 basically aces she's gotten in a row. She is a big factor for North's success and how aggressive she serves. You don't typically see a high school kid serve this aggressive. This is personally, in my coaching experience, this is what I want every one of my servers to do. So she does a great job of putting the other teams in tough situations.
Tough play there for the Blazers. Ball falling in between 2 players.
And sometimes what Coach Custer did, sometimes you just change the eye to the server and mess up how everybody's positioned on the court, and sometimes that can allow the server to miss. So she's out of timeout, so it's worth a shot.
Gasaway and Ware right there at the net again.
What was, Mark, do you recall the run that Lauren Hobbs started here when she started? She's running off some points.
She's 6 straight points here?
Yeah.
7 straight.
7 straight, that's quite a few in the game of volleyball when it's rally scoring. Good tool there by Cadence Doolin. She keeps tooling them on their left side. Their arms are facing out of the court. That's a thing you see in a lot of high school with the block. Typically high school doesn't work on the block so much, and they gotta remember they gotta position their hands into the court, not out of the court. Game point serve there, and she did so well, and she missed that serve.
Set point and match point.
I'm sure she's having a little conversation with herself on that one. That's not a thing that anybody wants to do on the service line on game point. Unfortunate, but it happens.
Set to Cadence Doolin. Off the back wall, and that'll do it. Set number 3 goes to the Hubs. 25-12. And the Hubs complete the sweep. 25-15, 25-17, 25-12. Stay with us. We will have our post-match coverage. Bob Parcelletti will be talking with a couple of North Hagerstown players. We'll have all of that for you here when we come back from this break. High school volleyball coverage brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
In today's world, people consume video on multiple screens. Antietam Media Services is the company you can trust to reach those audiences. From streaming platforms to social media and traditional cable advertising, Antietam Media Services helps your business be seen. For over 4 decades, Antietam Media Services has been helping clients tell their stories through a lens. From live multicam event coverage to single-camera cinema production, we are Antietam Media Services, inspiring ideas, proven results.
Join us at the Green Turtle in Hagerstown to watch your favorite sports teams on over 100 TVs. Serving all your favorites, including crab dip, wings, burgers, and wraps. Mention this ad and receive $5 off your entire bill. Is your sports team or organization looking for a fundraiser night? Ask about Funds for Friends and earn 20% back. The Green Turtle in Hagerstown. Call today, 301-745-8800. Rentals Unlimited proudly sponsors events happening in our community. Give our experienced personnel a call or stop by one of our 5 locations for all your home improvement, residential, commercial, or industrial projects. We provide friendly and knowledgeable service you can depend on the first time and every time. Rentals Unlimited. We rent solutions. 1458 South Potomac Street in Hagerstown and online at rentalsunlimited.com.
Back at Clear Spring High School. Result of tonight's match, North Hagerstown sweep. Something we've become accustomed to. 25-15, 25-17, 25-12. The Hubs beat the Blazers. We're sending it over to Bob Parcelletti. He has North Hagerstown coach Lacey Johnson and a couple of the winning Hubs players. Bob, take it away.
Hi, here. Hi, I'm here with Coach Lacey Johnson, Nevaeh Ware, and Lauren Hobbs. We're going to talk about Clear Spring, or North High's victory over Clear Spring. Coach, this was a battle of 2 of the 4 defending champions in the state. That had to be probably a big game or a big motivator, I would think.
Yeah, I think anytime you have the opportunity to play any of those state champions, you know, you come in expecting a good match, and I think we were able to get that tonight. We saw some competitiveness, which is always awesome. Clear Spring has a great program, and it's always fun to come here and play them.
You guys kind of struggled in the beginning. You guys traded points first set, and then all of a sudden, and it seemed like in the other 2 sets it kind of followed the same pattern. What happens in the second half of a game for you guys?
That's kind of been a little bit of our sticking point right now that we've been working on. But really, we just kind of say, hey, let's put it together. Let's get the energy back on our side of the court and put the ball away. I think it's just something that, and then once we get that momentum and we're on a roll, we're on a roll.
These rivalry games, and we talked about this before, but these rivalry games, are these good gear-ups for like when the playoffs come up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, rivalry games, it's always a little bit higher stakes. It's loud in the gym, and I think that definitely gets you ready for that environment coming into the playoffs.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Nevaeh, I was kind of watching you during this, and you struck me as the middle linebacker back out there. It was like you were right in the middle and getting all the gritty points, getting the blocks, getting the dirty points. What was going on? I mean, you really got on a roll there in the third game.
Yeah, I saw that they had a lot of open spots deep in the corner or on the sideline, so that's where I try to hit the most. And I just had a lot of energy because it was such a tight game. So I brought all the energy onto the court and played my hardest.
I asked Coach that this was a rival or a game between the two of the defending champions. Did it mean anything to you?
Yes, it really did, because last year I was on the state champion for North, but I wasn't playing. So now having the opportunity to play against another state champion is really, it's amazing.
What happened? It seemed like the ball was finding you in the final game. I mean, there was a couple of big blocks in there in the middle with you teamed up and everything. There was a lot of room over there for you to run around on the net, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I was able to find their hands and block them. So
that was a good go. Thank you. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
You got on a really big roll at the end of the match there. You scored, I think, like the last 9 points serving.
Yeah.
What happened? What got it?
I just had to find the spots, and serve everyone to see which spot would be best to serve. And when I found that spot, I kept serving there.
I was gonna say you got a couple aces out of that too. One of the things that struck me about you is you got a lot of points on back sets.
Yeah.
It seemed like everybody was worried about Bailey and them, and you seemed to sneak in for a few points.
Yeah, when I got those chances to swing at it, I found the spots that were opened. So, yeah.
Also, you guys did a lot of stuff with quick sets too. Were you guys trying to be really aggressive today?
Yeah, we were trying to run a fast offense and be aggressive because we know they're a team and they can get a lot of stuff up. So if we ran our offense faster, then we would be able to put the ball down.
So I asked the other two, was this a big game because of two defending champions?
Yeah, it was a big game because they're a good team, and it was a good match because we both were scrappy, and we just had to go out there and dominate.
All right, congratulations. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob, and congratulations to Coach Johnson and the Hubs, improving their record to 10-1 on the season, extending that streak of theirs against Washington County opponents, again, since 2018. That's hard to believe. As good as Washington County volleyball is, that no other Washington County team's been able to take them down in more than 5 years. But the Blazers unable to get the job done here tonight. 25-15, 25-17, 25-12. Your set scores here tonight as North Hagerstown takes it. And Letty, we were talking a little bit during the break here that it seemed like we didn't talk a lot about Bailey Doolin and Cadence Doolin tonight. Things much more spread around for the Hubs tonight than they were when we saw them a couple weeks ago against Williamsport.
Yeah, definitely a little bit different dynamic on the game. Clear Spring passed well. They defended well. So even though Bailey and Cadence were there hitting, they were digging them up some. They were tooling, but North was able to utilize other things like their middle hitters. Nevaeh Ware got some kills. Lauren Hobbs got some kills. Even Emily Gassaway got some stuff going on. But offensively, North served aggressive. Lauren Hobbs there in that last set put up a lot of points with her serve. But it was a whole different dimension than we saw 2 weeks ago with Williamsport. Clear Spring made North do different stuff, and you didn't see North run the offense that we saw 2 weeks ago, bringing Cadence Doolin in the middle, moving people around. But I think that's because Clear Spring was doing a different type of defense, picking them up a little bit differently. So they allowed North to have to do different things this set or this match than we saw 2 weeks ago.
And as far as Clear Spring's concerned, really competitive in the first part of all three sets here tonight, and just one run by the Hubs, and something you've talked about both of our matches so far this year, not letting North put a run like that together and really kind of putting things out of reach.
Yeah, they really started off strong. They have the passing dimension of the game, which means when the other team serves, that's when you're passing. Defensively, when the other team is attacking it, when North was attacking at Clear Spring, they were able to dig. Unfortunately, they have just a little bit an area where they're not as strong in attacking. Addison Ziegler is their big hitter. The other ones they're young, they're coming along, and they just don't have that firepower that she does right then. And she's only up at the net for 3 rotations. And I think that affected them a little bit there. When she was up at the net, they were blocking as well. North was tooling them a little bit. They have some good pieces to the puzzle. They work very hard as a team. And like I said, passing-wise, they're really sound. Defensively, they scrambled over there. Like I said before the game, I said that this was going to happen.
Right.
Because that's a tradition of Clear Spring, and that's what I can guarantee you in practice, Coach Custer, they work really hard. And that's probably something that she preaches to them, that we're going to do that. But in saying that, down the road in playoffs, they're going to put up a good fight, especially in competing in the 1A that they're going to compete in. I think that we're going to see them further down the road in playoffs, and of course we'll hope to see North, and you never know. We might see two teams making it to the finals. I hope so for Washington County's purpose, but they definitely put up a good fight to North tonight, and they have some great attributes on the court. So it'll be nice to see them down the road here in a couple weeks what happens. So kudos to both teams. It was fun. There were some great things on both sides of the court tonight, which is when you're doing this and you're a volleyball person, it's always fun to see that.
Absolutely. Clear Spring falling to 8-3 on the season with the loss here tonight. 2 straight losses after an 8-1 start. But again, they going through a little bit of a tough stretch of the schedule here, and certainly no shame in losing to North Hagerstown either. We remind you tonight's live coverage of our high school volleyball brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Kia and Hagerstown Honda wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's match, the schools that they represent, and the surrounding community. So once again, your final scores: 25-15, 25-17, 25-12. North Hagerstown completing the sweep over Clear Spring High School here tonight. We remind you we have one more volleyball match coming your way this season. That's coming up next Wednesday evening, October 18th. We will be down at Boonesboro High School. We will see the North Hagerstown Hubs again, taking on the Boonesboro Warriors. That'll be starting right around 6:45. Tune in a little bit early just in case the JV matches ends early. We will have live coverage here with you. Letty will be with me. Bob Parsley will be with me as well. We appreciate you being with us here on Antietam Broadband for our live high school sports coverage. For Letty Wilkes, Bob Parsley, I'm Mark Keller. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday from Boonesboro High School.